Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Keep Out Photography here with a tutorial on how to edit your Lightroom photos really fast. This is a method I've always been using for a few years now, and it's the fastest way I could possibly do it, and it's so easy. So first, let's import the picture here. As you can see, this is my picture of me and my friend in a storm drain. I'm assuming most of you have never even been in a storm drain or know that you can even go in them, but they're completely dark except for the flashlights you bring and the storm grates that are sometimes above you, but that is very seldomly. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of light spots and a lot of dark spots. Light spots are going to be from the those flashlights, and from the grates, and the dark spots are just because it's so dark in there. So what I like to do is I start with my presets over here on the left side. If you don't have any presets, you can go to Google, type in free Lightroom presets. I just found some random page here. You can just scroll through it and just see what kind of effect you're going for, and then when you find the one that you like, you click on it, you download the zip archive, and then you open up that zip, and then you come back to Lightroom here. You go to Edit, Preferences, and you make sure you're in the Presets tab here. You go to Show Lightroom Presets folder, and then there you go, pops open for you. You'll double click Lightroom, you'll click on Develop Presets up here, and then User Presets right here, and then you just drag and drop the zip archive right into this folder here. As you can see, I already kind of did that, and these are the ones I use all the time. So I'm going to go back into Lightroom here, and then I'm going to restart Lightroom, so that way the presets pop up in the side here. And then when you've done that, you can go back here, just hover your mouse right over the image on the side, so that way the image pops up in the navigator, and then when you do that, you can just hover your mouse right over the presets and see what it'll look like in the navigator before you actually apply it to your image. And now what's important here is to remember to look for what colors you like and what the effect you're going for is, or the feel that you want. Don't worry about the brightness or dark or how bright it is, anything like that. So I'm just going to click on this one because I like the green texture here. As you can see, it's extremely dark, but don't worry about it. You just go over to the exposure on the right side, pull it up, and that's pretty much what I like right about there. And like I said, it's a tunnel, so you're going to want a pretty flat image if you have a lot of light and a lot of dark spots. So I'm going to push down the highlights, and I'm going to pull up the shadows, so it's a flatter looking image, and you can see the whole thing more, nothing's blown out. If you want, you can push down the contrast too, but for a little bit of realism, I like to push it up a little bit. Same thing with the clarity, but I like to push down the vibrance and then pull up the saturation with tunnel pictures, just that way it brings a little more griminess, a little more grunge to the picture here. But unfortunately the orange is totally blown out, so I'm going to go here, just click on the color orange, and then just bring that saturation down. But when I do that, it's bringing down the yellows along with it, so I'm going to go with the yellow and just push back up that saturation. So that way it brings a little more life to the tunnel there. Then I'm going to scroll down right to the detail. Go to sharpening and put a little bit of sharpening on there. You can use this little tool here and see exactly the sharpest parts of your image and make sure that those parts are extremely sharp. But if you're like me, you're probably posting your pictures on Instagram, which is going to be a really small screen anyway. People aren't really going to know the difference between if you added sharpness or not. Same thing goes for the noise reduction right here. In case that's an effect that you really want to have, or you're uploading to somewhere like Flickr or something like that, you're pretty much not going to be messing with those effects whatsoever. And then going down here, you might want to add a vignette. So you might want to add a little black one or white, whatever you want. I like to change the priority to color priority here, up the feather a little bit so it blends a little better. And then same thing with the dehaze, just add a little bit of dehaze, just so it adds a little bit of realism to it. A little bit goes a long way in Lightroom. This is the picture that I like the best. So when I'm done, I'm just going to right click, go down here to export, open this up. I like to save my spots in individual folders here, so my subfolder is for the tunnels. And I'm going to go down here to file settings, make sure your image format is JPEG and quality is at 100, and you're going to want to resize to fit under image sizing with the long edge being the width on this picture, to 1080 pixels. Now 1080 pixels is because Instagram's max resolution is 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels, which is atrocious when phones are taking 20 megapixel pictures. I can't even believe you can't post all that crispness right on Instagram there. Their max is just 1080. The biggest social media platform there is, and you can't even upload really good pictures to it. Go figure. Anyway, you're going to want to set it to 1080 so that way you can maximize your crispness. Same thing with the 240 resolution here, roughly about that. And then you're just going to want to export, and that's it. You got a full picture. Just going to post that to Instagram, get all your followers like that shit, and you can go through like 20 pictures, get that done in about 30 minutes, crank them out really, really fast. Somebody went through all the effort and work of making all these presets for you, you might as well use them. Get the desired effect without having to go through hours of labor achieving the exact same thing. Alright guys, thank you for listening, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe or like it, and check me out on Instagram at keepoutditch. Thank you guys, you have a great day.